Hello everyone, this is Aaliyah and we're going to do another pick a card. It is who were you then and who are you now, okay? I kind of want to focus on like a sexy version, like who were you then versus who you are now, okay? It's going to be 4 pals. You might see it on the thumbnail, or I'm not sure how I want to do it, but let's get into it. So this is going to be pile 1, enchantment, okay? Pile 2, light. Pile 3, strength. And pile 4, there we go, forgiveness, Oshun. Okay, so who are you now versus back then? All right, so we have pile 1, enchantment, pile 2, light, pile 3, strength, and pile 4, light. Okay, take as many time or seconds, minutes as you need, and let's get into it. Okay, pile 1, if you chose enchantment, this is yours. So pile 1, I think you used to be really quiet, and I heard unopinionated, like you never really expressed your opinions when you were in the room. People were having debates, or people were in a group talking about controversial topics. You never really put your input in it. You always kind of remain neutral. You always have like a neutral stance, and now you are really comfortable on expressing to people now on what you believe in, what you don't stand for, and what you will defend. You're really more expressive and more opinionated as of now. And some people think it's kind of hot because, especially when you're not afraid to tell someone who thinks that they're always right, that they're not correct. They're kind of like, whoa, like did pile 1 just corrected me? Like no one has ever done that to me before. So you're not afraid to correct someone if you notice that they're doing a policy that's wrong, or if they're acting out of policy, or if someone told you the wrong answer to a mathematical question. You're not afraid to say, you know what, calculating that was the wrong answer, but nice try though. But the correct answer is this. And I think you guys do it in a nice way, but also do it, I also feel like some of y'all kind of do it in a way that kind of cuts people, in a way that, because it's like not a lot of people like to be told that they're wrong on something. And I think that's why you refrained in the past. The old version of yourself, you did not like to tell people like that's not the right answer, because you knew like people was not going to like that. So you try to refrain from that, but you don't care if people don't like that. If you know something is not right or correct, you don't mind sharing the correct answer. You don't mind flexing your intelligence. Okay, yeah, let's pull more cards here. I just thought of something. But yeah, who were you back then? Who were you back then? Who was pile 1 back then, back in the day? Back then, you were really codependent. You did not like to do things alone. You always wanted to be around people, because being alone, you might have experienced like emptiness, or a feeling of emptiness. So you prefer to be around groups. You prefer to always, like, okay, I'm getting this example where, you did not, in the past, you did not like to go out to eat alone. It felt weird to you, and now you're not afraid to go out to dinner by yourself, enjoying something that tastes good to you. You don't mind going to events alone, back then you was at the hip with someone, like you were like two peas in a pod. Like every time you were somewhere in public, you was with someone else. So it's like now you guys are enjoying maybe singlehood, being single, whereas back in the past you was always in relationships. You were always dating, and now you have moved on from that codependent self and became more independent in your life. You don't need anyone to validate you. And, you know, you realize that you validate yourself because you realize that you put your own heart in a lot of people's hands and they shatter it into pieces, and you risk your emotional state, your mental state, just to be validated. And you realize like you put a lot of people's power in their hands to hurt you at the end, you know. And you like, man, like I'm the one who validates me. I'm the one who should be loving myself. So you're always basically seeking love in the wrong places, and now you realize self-love is key here. It is, it's, you become really powerful when you love yourself. You become a really powerful person, okay? If my eyes are kind of like wandering around, I'm trying to figure out where to look at in this camera, man. So if I'm not really looking at you, I'm looking off, that is why, okay? Okay, let's see. What else I'm getting? Yeah, a lot of y'all might have experienced a lot of hurt and you guys have moved on from it. Like maybe it took you quite a while, maybe months or years to get over this relationship, and now you're like, I'm moving on now. Okay? You're onto bigger and brighter things. You're leaving the dark behind you, okay? You used to sit in darkness a lot. You used to sit in this feeling of loneliness and feeling of inadequacy. But you realize that you're really, you're more than enough. You're realizing that you're more than enough, Power One, and that's really cool. Okay, so I had to pause real quick because I realized that I did not have my mic in. And that kind of symbolizes something. It's like for a while you forgot that you had a voice, and you forgot that how much power that your voice had. You know, for a while you did not speak up for yourself back then, and now you do. And that's really powerful, Power One. Or you used to have people speak up for you, you know, and you realize like that doesn't really help, or that doesn't really work. Especially when you realize like when they're not around, who's going to stick up for you, you know? You're realizing now that if no one, it's like if you don't stick up for yourself, then who will, you know? Yeah, give me more, Spirit, give me more. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys used to be kind of like melancholy. What's it? You guys used to be sad a lot, basically. Sad, you have experienced like depression or dis-ease or like loneliness. You realize like you don't have to be in the dark, you know? You can actually have fun and speak up and be bold and be happy. Like you realize like happiness is a choice, you know, in a way. Like it's a choice. That's really cool. You used to be heartbroken on, you know, who hurted you and why they hurted you, and now you're like, I don't really give a fuck about them anymore. Like it's about me now. Like you guys used to really put a lot of time and effort into a lot of people in hopes of return of being loved the same way. And I feel like Power One, no one gives like you do. I think you guys are like the ultimate givers. And I think a lot of you guys were sad because you feel like no one has given you the equivalent amount of energy that you have gave to another. And you was like, you know what? If I feel this way, if I feel like I'm giving too much to other people, like I can really just give all that time and energy that I have been giving to others, take that back and put it right into myself. And that, when you did that, that improved your mood. Like, a lot of you guys had really depressed or sad moods. Now you guys are more happier. Okay? Back in the past, you felt disempowered. Okay? You felt like you had no power in your life. No control in your life. A lot of you guys in the past, you guys had extreme anxiety, confusion. There's people in your life possibly who confused you a lot, who gaslighted you a lot. So I think what really transformed you, Pile 1, was getting rid of people who just wasn't right for you, who just used your energy and abused your trust and the love that you have for them. And it's like, as many people as you gave, you were, at the end of the day, alone, sad, confused, and broken. And these people took advantage of that, or even made fun of that. Like, friends don't do that, right? If friends really care about you, they will check up on you, see if you're okay, right? Like, and you realize that, like, man, no one was really checking on me back then. No one was really there for me. Like, these people are not really my friends, or these people, they took more than what they gave to me. Or you realize some people gave you much of nothing. You know? So who are you now? Who are you now? Right now? Who is Pile 1 right now? Hecate. Bold. You guys are bold. Bold, fearless, not afraid to tell someone off. You know, I think a lot of you guys in the past, when people were treating you like shit, you were afraid to tell them goodbye, because when you told them goodbye, you felt like you was going to be alone. You're not afraid of that anymore. If people start treating you like shit, you're like, goodbye. Or you're like, I'm out. You know what? Either you walk out the door, it's okay. I'll walk. I take myself out. I don't really have to deal with this bullshit, you know. And you just walk out proudly. You don't settle for less. You have this non-negotiable sense of self-respect. Like, you're not going to like, self-respect shouldn't be the cost to be loved. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of y'all feel like you have to disrespect yourself in order to have someone to love you back, you know? And what I mean by that is, like, there were things that you didn't want to do, but you did it because you thought they was going to love you because of it. You had boundaries that you didn't want people to cross, but you feel like, you know, in order for them to love you, you're going to let them cross these boundaries. That's not what true love is. That's abuse. And you guys realize that. Y'all realize that. You guys used to feel so disempowered in the past, and now you guys feel empowered. You feel like you are a really powerful person at this moment, Pile 1. And so I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you do not let anyone disempower you anymore, and you focusing on empowering yourself and empowering others, especially if you realize that there are other people out here who went through what you went through in your past. You don't mind reaching out their hand and giving them the tools to help empower themselves, because honestly, I feel like true empowerment comes from within. Like, we always have the power within ourselves, but sometimes the external world can make us look at that power, like, look at our power as if it doesn't exist. Like, we're not powerful. We're not powerful beings, and we're not people who can't make shit happen for ourselves. And you realize like, actually, I'm a shot caller. Like, I can call the shots in my own life. And that was a really powerful epiphany that you had, Power One. And you don't mind sharing that message to other people. So, Power One, I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for supporting me. Like this video, comment below. Tell me what you think, and I really appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and I see you guys later. Bye. Check out my other videos. All right, Power 2, if you chose light. Power 1. Back in the past, for the longest time, Power 2, for the longest time, you have saw yourself as a student, someone who was learning at all times. You saw yourself as a novice, you know. You might have thought that you didn't really know much of anything about a topic, a skill, a discipline, a trade. You were always learning about something, or just life. You just feel really naive or novice about life. You didn't really have much life experience compared to other people, maybe. Okay, so who was Power 2 back in the past, back in the day? Who was Power 2 in the past? Who was Power 2 in the past? Power 2, in the past, you felt unmotivated. You felt like you didn't have a drive or an interest. Like, you feel like you didn't really have much of personal goals. Like, maybe people around you had goals of advancement in their careers, having goals of making a particular amount of income, having goals of moving one day. You feel like you didn't really have much of a drive in your life. Like, maybe you felt like a couch potato. Maybe you felt like you just wasn't doing much with your life. Okay, you were still trying to find your passion. Okay, you was not passionate about much of anything. Okay, and you had people around you that had some sort of passion, some sort of interest. Okay, you felt like you was uninterested in much of anything, maybe. Yeah. Like, you might have friends who went to school, who went to college, who had careers, and you just wasn't really interested in much of any of those things because maybe you haven't really found your niche, right? And this might have caused you to feel disconnected from your friend group, disconnected from your family, disconnected from people, because people around you, like I said, they had goals, they had drive, they had motivations, they had inspirations, and you on the other end, you just didn't know what you wanted. You didn't know what you wanted to paint on that blank canvas. You felt like a blank canvas compared to other people who were already painting a beautiful mural on their canvas. You just felt like a blank slate, and you just didn't know. You just didn't know what colors to use. You didn't know what tools to use. You just felt lost, maybe, and it's like you had an empty plate. You know, maybe people around you were busy, or they always had something on their plate, you know, always got something on their schedule, and you felt you had much of nothing to do. You just kind of laid around the house just chilling. Some of you guys, this was the complete opposite. You always had something on your plate. You always was motivated and driven. I'm getting also the opposite here to this story or narrative for some of you guys. Oh, okay. For some of you guys, some of y'all used to be really motivated, used to be really driven, inspired, and at some point you lost your passion for something. You lost your passion for someone. And you had this awkward phase of from being really passionate to having not much passion at all. Just having loss of interest, okay? Like maybe you were in school for a while, then you find out that you just don't want to be in school anymore. Or you was in a relationship for 5 years and you feel like you're falling out of love with someone. And you could possibly love this person, but you're not really in love with them anymore because you grew and you have changed. When you start to change, like personality wise, more than likely your goals or what you want in life would change as well. So I think you might have went through like a personality change, and therefore what you used to want, your old self used to want something, right? But you changed and became something new. Therefore, since you became someone new, you want something new. And maybe you just didn't understood or couldn't really find out what that new thing or that new path was. So you kind of maybe felt like you was in limbo. And then in that state in limbo, you have watched other people on their path. You know, he's going here, she's going there. You know, he has his accolades, he has his accomplishments. She's won first place in this, and they won second place in that. You're like, okay, so what have I accomplished, right? And you were looking at yourself like you wasn't doing much with yourself. And that's not true. That's not true. Because I had a state of limbo before, and I learned so much about myself, about the world, and about my psychic abilities. If it wasn't for that moment of rest, I call it a some people call it hiatus, right? But what is it when a pastor takes a break? What do they call it? A sabbatical. I'll call mine a sabbatical. You know, and I learned a lot about myself. Okay. PAL 3 now, PAL 2 now, you might feel like you're on a path now. You feel like you have some goals now, maybe. And you also want to help people who were lost, who felt lost just like you do. So some of y'all might want to become authors or motivational speakers and authors. Some of y'all want to be life coaches. Some of y'all want to be guides or specialists to help people get back on their path and let people know that being in a state of limbo is not so bad as a lot of people or our society makes it to be. I love that. It's so beautiful. So who is PAL? Who is PAL? What PAL are we on? Yeah, 2. Who is PAL 2 right now? Who is PAL 2 right now? PAL 2, a lot of you guys can feel like you're on top of the world right now. A lot of you guys could be manifesting a lot right now. You guys feel powerful. Or you should feel like you're powerful because you're making it happen out here, for sure. Who is PAL 2 now? Who is PAL 2 right now? A lot of you guys are sitting on powerful knowledge that should be shared, PAL 2. Like, you guys know a lot that can really help people get out of this funk of feeling like they're in a stalemate in their life. Who is PAL 2? Who is PAL 2 right now? Let me use a different deck because this deck doesn't really want to talk that much. That's a cute dog. So I'm out in this park, right? And I see a dog and it's so cute. Oh. Okay, Yamoja. Release. Ooh. You know, when I look at this card, Yamaja, she is talking to all these fishes in the sea. Okay? And she had this seashell in her hand as if she can use this to communicate. Y'all can really be really good communicators. Okay? It's something about, because she's also holding this star. And stars are known in many cultures and throughout history in many societies is that stars are used for us to be guided, right? Stars can guide us and provide answers. And these fishes are looking for someone to help guide them to this star. Okay? Or to help. Some of these fishes want to know what tools of divination they can use, right? For them to feel guided, for them to feel self-guided. It's like you have mastered self-guidance. And people would like to know this skill, right? And I feel like you guys can be a mass communicator of self-guidance, a mass communicator that we are all divine divinators, okay? Whether by profession or just way of life. Like we all can divinate and guide ourselves on this physical earth, on this planet. Okay. Wow, that's really cool. I'm going to get some few cards. I'm going to end this here. But as I'm getting a few cards, please remember to like this video, subscribe, and comment below on what you think. I really would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. Wow. I love this card. It's so beautiful. This is the 10 of Pentacles, okay? This is the Light Seers deck, by the way, if you're wondering. It is so colorful. Like, look at the colors, man. Look at that. Isn't it? Oh, my God. Like, look at this. These cards are so beautiful. Pile 2. If you have been single for a while, that might start to change. Oh, my God. That's so funny. Okay, remember I was saying seconds ago or minutes ago, I'm in this park, right? And I saw a dog and I thought that was so cute, right? Look at this. Look at this dog right here in the photo. And the dog almost looked just like this. Okay? I'm seeing something, so give me a second so I can put it into words. Okay, a lot of y'all could be expanding your family. So let's say you just only have a dog as your family member, right? You're single and you have, and the child that you have is a dog. You might start to be partnering up with someone, or it could be partnering up with someone now. And some of y'all might be expecting, okay, children. Or pile 2, if you already have a family like children, pets, and you're a single parent, you might meet someone else who is also a single parent, and you guys will marry and, you know, have stepchildren together and stuff like that. That's what I'm seeing, okay? Weird side note, I really do think that dogs are like y'all, okay, side note, I think dogs are low-key like human. Like when I look at a dog, I feel like I'm looking at a human being. Okay, I don't think dogs are necessarily animals, you know. It's hard to explain. Like if you get me, like if you understand what I'm saying, let me know at the bottom of this video so I won't think I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I really do think that sometimes when I look at a dog, y'all, when I look into a dog's eyes, I feel like I'm literally looking into a human being. It is strange, you know. To those who kind of talk to animals, I think you guys know what I mean when I say that. But anyway, pile 2. Pile 2. I'm going to end this here. We're going to move to the next pile, to pile 3. Thank you so much. If you guys have not subscribed, like, and comment below, please do so, because I really would like to have your feedback. It helps me moving forward. And take care. Good night, good morning, wherever you are. And check out for my other videos. Bye. And check out Hot for the Summer, because that's a really cool video. Check out While You're Hot for the Summer, okay? It's an epic video. Please check it out. All right, bye. So pile 3, if he chose Isis, she represents strength in this oracle deck of legendary ladies, okay? The goddess deck. I love this deck, by the way. Oh my god. If someone is wondering, this is what it looks like. I love it. Okay, so Isis, strength card. Ooh, pile 3. Y'all are really, like, right now are so invested in your looks, your beauty, your vanity, your femininity. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You guys are really investing in your physical body. Like, possibly in the past, pile 3. For some reason, I'm getting my piles mixed up. Some of y'all could be watching multiple pals, and it's probably why I'm like, wait, which pal are we? But pal 3 in the past, maybe you guys really invested in a lot in your spiritual side of yourself, your spiritual body. You're invested so much in your spiritual self, but now you guys are investing so much in your physical body. You guys are letting your sexuality come through. Like, maybe you guys might have suppressed your sexuality, suppress your feminine energy, because maybe in the past you were going through so much strife and you feel like you was going through a test, right? And you had to be kind of masculine, more masculine, because masculine energy is like the divine protector, right? I would say. And you had to protect yourself a lot in the past, and maybe throughout the times you have become more how can I say, rough around the edges. You know, life has kind of made you rough around the edges, or it made you pretty tough, you know. And there was times where you wish you can be more feminine in certain areas of your life, but you really had to be more masculine to help you out in terms of like having your own back and protecting yourself and being stern and laying down the law, the boundaries that you had between other people. So you became more like reinforced steel or rough around the edges. And now you guys are embracing your feminine energy. Okay, balancing out your masculine energy and your feminine energy. So who was pal 3 in the past? I think in the past, all you really cared about, pal 2, was money. Okay, you didn't have time to connect with people. You didn't have time to be friends with folks. You had to get your bag. You had to get your money, right? You had to survive. You were hustling all the time, pal 3. I almost called you pile 2. Some of y'all came from pile 2. All right. Yeah. Some of y'all are channelers. You guys get channeled messages. Some of y'all could be like psychics. I really do think this is a psychic pal. Like, if you chose this, more than likely you're psychic, okay? Get out of here. When I said that, yo, guess what came out? Tune in and connect. Nonverbal communication, intuition, and messages. Yeah, a lot of y'all are psychics or channelers, okay? That's so funny. Yeah, back in the past, you guys really honed in your spiritual gifts, okay? But you guys are understanding that you have physical gifts. Like, not only do you have metaphysical talents and gifts, but you have physical gifts. Like, let's say Okay, you're psychic, you're a channeler, you're a tarot, you're really gifted at that. But now your guys are understanding that you guys have like you guys can be business savvy, right? You guys can be good with money, accounting, really good with what else? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I just heard shitting on these hoes. You guys are really y'all have found out that y'all are really good on shitting on your enemies. Pal 3. Which is funny. I was, wow. That got me crackling up because I'm on another, I was getting to a point, right? And then I just heard shitting on these hoes. I'm like, what? So I'm just laughing out loud. Anyway, let me get back on track before I heard shitting on these hoes. That's a talent. That is a talent. Don't get me wrong. But you guys are realizing that not only do you have spiritual gifts, but you also have talents in the physical realm, wherever that may be. Like maybe you're really talented at your job. Maybe you're really talented when it comes to working out. Like not everyone can have good workout or fitness performance. You know what I'm saying? Like you might find out that you have really great stamina when you're running, when you're jogging. You might find out you're really good when it comes to boxing and combative sports. You might find out that you have physical gifts. Like you could be physically talented, you know, like athletic. You might find out that you can be a businessman or a businesswoman. You know, you can literally take your metaphysical gifts and intertwine them with your physical gifts, right? If that makes sense. Okay. So who was Pal 3? Pal 3, you were so shy in the past. And I feel like some of you guys are still a bit shy now, but you're not as shy as much. You're not afraid to tell people or show people how talented you are. Okay? You used to try to be humble. You're not with that anymore, Pal 3. You're gonna let these folks know how talented you are, you know? Go after your goals. Yeah, this is who you are now. Persist, encourage, advance. You're all about advancing, okay? I think a lot of you guys used to kind of like, you guys use your metaphysical talents, but you guys are not, how can I say, y'all talking about, ooh, what is this? Whoa. Excuse me. What was I saying? I might have like ADD or anyway. What I was saying was it's like when you know you have a talent, but maybe you don't share it with the world as much. And now you're kind of thinking about, okay, you know what? I really do have this talent. How can I showcase this off to as many people as I can? That is kind of like your objective, Pal 3. I feel like for some of you, you guys are not hiding your talents anymore. And now you guys have the goal to show your talents to as many people as possible. You're a go-getter. That's who you are right now, Pal 3. You're a go-getter. And that's really sexy, you know? That is really sexy. You know, a lot of people find go-getters to be hot. Just saying, by the way. Wow, teach and share. Instill, instruct, educate. Yeah, it's like you guys had a lot of knowledge. And it's like right now, it's like, okay, how can I showcase this knowledge to other people? How can I let people in on the knowledge that can help change their lives? Okay. So who is Pal 3 right now? Who are they at this moment, at this time, as they're watching this video, Spirit? Thank you so much. Wow. upskill, work, career, crossroads. Yeah, y'all are trying to take your talents, your hobbies, and try to make it into an actual career. Okay, maybe you guys had hobbies on the side that you do every now and then. You might have, you know, little talents and gifts, and maybe you guys kind of do artwork every now and then. And you're like, huh, how can I turn these gifts, these talents into an actual career where I can get a solid income? Okay, that's your focus. So right now, Pal 3, you're really focused, really focused on your advancements in life. And you understand divine timing with that as well. And that's a beautiful combination, right? Pal 3, this is just a side note. Keep in mind to take care of your physical body. I know some of us spiritual folk, we can be really so in tune with the 5D that sometimes we tend to neglect our physical body. So Pal 3, just keep in mind just to continue to eat good, drink as much water as you need to, work out, whatever helps you meet your fitness goals or your health goals. Don't forget about that, you know, especially when you get to the point that you are advancing in your career. Don't forget about your physical health and your physical body. Okay, that's just a reminder, a side note, or whatever. Take it whatever you want to. Yeah, teach and share. That, yeah. Pal 3, you're meant to do this. You're meant to teach. You're meant to share your gifts into the world. So do that. Do that. Do that. And do that. Okay? Pal 3, right now you are meeting a lot of people who feels like family to you. Okay? You guys are building a network. You guys are building connections right now. Okay. Is there anything else? Who is Pal 3 right now? Wow, you got 2 cards that came out. Wow. We have Transcendence. And we have Justice. Okay. Back to shitting on these hoes, right? Man, I just did it on them. Put your number 2s in the air if you did it on them. Okay. Nicki Minaj. Okay. Anyway, it is your justice, honestly, Pal 3, to flex on these hoes. Because a lot of your enemies told you that you wasn't going to make it. A lot of these people told you that you wasn't going to be nobody. A lot of people might have not said it, but they probably thought it. But you know, when you're psychic, when you have certain abilities, you can feel when someone is thinking about you and how they are thinking about you, and you felt that. It's time to let these people know who the fuck you are, Pal 3, and don't fucking hold back, period. That's what I'm getting with this Transcendence and Justice. It is your justice to evolve as a powerful person. Okay? It is your justice. Also, it's your justice to find people who love you. Okay? Because I feel like a lot of people have judged you in a way where these judgments kind of make you feel like you was unloved and unaccepted. But Pal 3, I do feel like you're going to meet a lot of people who love you, who love your talent. Okay? Who admire your gifts and just admire you overall and your personality. So Pal 3, I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for supporting me. Like this video, subscribe, let me know what you think. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. And check out my other videos. Good night, good morning, wherever you are, and take care. All right, so Pal 4, if you chose Oshun, forgiveness, Pal 4, you used to be this person who typically turned the other cheek. Okay, do not click off. All right, if you don't like what you heard, I'm not talking downward at you. Okay, but I feel like now you're like, oh wait. Yeah, I'm not taking that crap, and I'm not turning the other cheek, and what you did to me was wrong. And here's why. Like, you're not, I heard you're not falling for the bullshit anymore. You're not really giving out second chances anymore. Okay? I heard you're not always love and light anymore. Like, you, in the past, you used to always have this love and light persona, and people might have took advantage of that. Yeah, you're not about that no more. If people want to fuck with you, people got to play it right with you, right? If people want to hang out with you, they have to respect you. Okay? You're all about respect. You know, you have this rule of mutual respect, and you're not going to take any less than that, you know? Yeah. So who was Pal? Wow, I love this. Okay, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. Yeah, that's who you are right now. This card, it says that. But back in the past, you did not realize how special you were. You did not realize how of a badass you were, and how you're just a fucking force to reckon with. Because a lot of people want to say that Oshun is like, she's all about vanity and beauty, but Oshun can be a force to reckon with, okay? For sure. Alright. Let me see. Yeah, I keep hearing, I'm not always love and light. I'm not always love and light. Yeah. Wow. Power forward. You used to disregard when people talk shit about you, whether it was by online or in person. Like, I'm going to tell you an example. Back then, I used to hear people talk a lot of shit about me. And I would act like as if I didn't hear it. Yeah, I'm not like that no more. I'll be like, I heard you. I heard you. You know, and a lot of people are like, oh shit. You know? You're not afraid to like look at people in the face like, bitch, I know what you said about me last night. You know? You're not afraid to do that. You know, you used to turn your head, you know, and act like, you know, you didn't know. But you're gonna let these people know that you know. Okay? Whatever that means to you. Oh, what you said about me? Oh, nothing, right? That's funny. I just heard you say it. Say it again? Oh. So it's easy for you to say shit behind my back, right? So, Power 4, you're not afraid to apply pressure on people. You're not afraid to apply pressure on folks who think they can belittle you and think that they can overpower you. You like to set the record straight. You're not afraid to do that now. Yeah, with this Ace of Swords. It's like you be dropping the mic on folks, you know? Because I kept dropping the card. I kept dropping, like, and it felt like I was dropping the mic on people, okay? When I was doing that. Yeah, for sure. Like, y'all used to be friends to people who treated you like shit, and now you just Power 4, I feel you on this one. When I got was like, people who used to treat you like shit, used to always answer them when they call you, when they text you. Now you be leaving them on red and you don't even fucking answer their calls. They used to invite you to shit, and you would always show up with nice gifts and always showed up when no one else did. You're not doing that for them no more. You used to be the main supporter for people who treated you like shit. You're not doing that no more. You're not doing that no more. Who did Power 4 used to be in the past? Who did Power 4 used to be in the past? The Fool. Yeah, people thought you was a dumbass fool. I heard you play the dummy. You wasn't dumb. You just played the dummy because you didn't want to disrupt the peace. You did not want to fight no one. You know, but you don't give a fuck about that because you're not always peace. When they're, listen, this is my ideology, man. I don't understand this love and light all the time. In this natural world, there is chaos. Chaos is necessary. Okay? In history, you know, especially to my people of color, our ancestors had to bring on chaos in order for us to find peace, right? No justice, no peace, right? So when you feel unjust, when you feel wronged, Power 4, you're not afraid to say something, even though it might disrupt someone's inner peace. Because if it disrupted your peace, you're gonna let it know, like, man, that kind of hurt my feelings, or man, I feel like that was so disrespectful. And just you by doing that, people feel pressure, like, holy fuck, like Power 4 is applying that pressure. Okay, you're done playing the fucking fool. You're done. You used to play the fool back in the day. You used to pretend like you and your friends were cool and you guys got along, but you knew that your friends was always talking shit about you and who we were dating and where you worked at. They never say anything great about you, you know? Yeah. So who are you now? Okay, they want me to talk more about who you used to be still. You used to be broken. You used to be actually like broke, like impoverished. Okay, so they make fun of you. They make fun of your clothes. They make fun of you lacking certain personal items. They make fun of, like, for example, I used to sleep on the floor in my apartment. Okay, they couldn't make fun of you if you was doing that. It's like you didn't really have much to your name, Power 4, and people make fun of you because of that. And like, friends don't do that, Power 4. If they give a fuck about you, they'd be like, hey, Power 4, I noticed that you've been lacking personal items. I noticed that you've been sleeping on the floor lately. Like, you good? Do you need some guidance, some help on that? Like, I hate to see my friend be sleeping on the floor. Like, damn, you know, like, you realize who your true friends were, and you was not going to be a fool to them anymore. And this could have been family members, right? They say blood is thicker than water, but shit, some family members, right? Certain families might not know how to support their family members because they don't even know how to support themselves. So what makes you think that they know how to support another person, their family, you know? But anyway. Yeah, you used to stick with people who never really was loyal to you in the past. But you're not like that anymore. And I heard that surprised a lot of people when you stopped being a fool for folks. They feel, oh, wow. Okay, Power 4, some people might have think that you have switched up on them. Wait a minute. Help it make sense, right? Some people feel like they... Okay. I'm going to try to do this without throwing any shade, right? But I can't promise you. They said that they feel like you switched up on them. But that's crazy because they switched up on you a long time ago before you wisen up and realize that they done switched up on you a long time ago. So you did yourself a favor and acted accordingly to how they treated you. You know, back then you didn't treat people accordingly on how they treated you. And that's what you're doing now. You start to treat people on how they treat you. And they don't like the same medicine that they be dishing out. That's crazy. Some people think that you're giving them a silent treatment. You're not doing that. You're just done. You're done being treated like shit. That's all. All right. So who is Power 1 now? Yeah, you have broken yourself free from this friend group. I heard this sorority, this fraternity. You free yourself from this this church. Like, these were really group of non-judgmental people. Like, really cruel judging. Like, everyone judges in a way and everyone has their own biases, but the way I'm getting, like, the way they judge, it was just outrightly cruel and fucked up. So Power 4, I feel you that you have to remove yourself from that group, and maybe they're feeling really like, look at Power 4, she act like she don't know us anymore. He acts like he don't know us anymore. You damn right I don't know you. Right? Like, I don't know you. You're right, I don't. And you don't know me. You never knew me because you were always judging me. Right? People tend to judge what they don't understand. So they never really understood you, Power 4, because maybe you were so different, or maybe you was going through so much, right? And they judged that versus being a friend for you, a friend to you when you needed that support. Why be friends to someone who never supported you but judged you instead? Like, why? That's crazy. You expect me to be a friend to you when all you did was judge me, left me out when it came to parties and weddings and gatherings. You never really invited me, and all you did was judge me and talked about me and gossip. You want me to be your friend? That's crazy. That's crazy. I try my best not to throw any shade, but you see how that went. So I just saw 1212 on the clock. 33 might be a significant number to you other than 1212. I heard 2222. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah, you on your shit with this Queen of Wands. Like, you know you are this shit. You don't need anyone else telling you who. This is crazy. Okay, because this is what I'm getting. Power 4, you might have been in the it group, right? And in this it group, a lot of people told you that you wasn't it, right? So they excluded you. But guess who became the it factor? It's you. And wow, look at all. I knew that the Queen of Wands was going to come out at some point, because look at all these sunflowers. This kind of gives me the Queen of Wands energy, right? Because she's holding this sunflower. Sunflowers could be really significant to you right now. If you do rituals with flowers, sunflowers might hit different. It might help amplify your spell work. Okay. Anyway. Wow, a lot of people, you got people confused, Power 4, because they don't understand. Like, there's people who legit don't understand why you're not talking to them. They don't get it. It's like, I don't know why Power 4 is talking to me. Really? Based on what you did to Power 4 for years, you don't know why. And it's because they did not realize it. Because in the beginning, when they was treating you like shit, they thought that that's how you were always going to be. That you was always going to take it. And they don't realize, like, it's not the fact that you don't want to talk to them. It's just you don't want to take their shit anymore. So the best way of not taking their shit anymore is to not talk to them. Right? Maybe if they came correct, maybe you would hang out with them. But you're done. You're done trying to wait and see if they will accept you. You're done waiting to see if they will add you to the friend group, right? You're fucking done with that shit, right? They really don't know why you don't want them to be your friend. I'm telling you, there's someone here who really, it's like, I don't know why Power 4 doesn't want to talk to me. She hasn't really been answering my calls, my texts. That's strange of her. Like, someone really does not know why. And that's crazy to me. But anyways, Power 4, you're not taking it anymore, you know? So who are you now? Who are you now? Let's end this. Who are you now? And by the way, if these people were dating, these people who judge you, if they were dating the opposite sex, like maybe these were a group of women who was always talking shit about you, just know that their man, a lot of these males find you really attractive. Like, woo. I heard their man, they understood why you don't want to talk to them anymore, because they have to deal with it every single day. You they had to deal with it more than you, because they live with them maybe, and they heard all the gossip and all the shit that they were saying about you. There's someone whomever was judging you, there's a man that they were dating or who they with, they secretly like you, okay? Came out, yeah, love. Power 4. You have became the it factor. And there are people who was in that it group who secretly want to be you now. And that's why they feel some type of way. Because now maybe you're getting clout. Now people are seeing you as it factor. And it's like, wow. Like, I want to hang out with Power 4 now because she's popping. It's like back then, they didn't want to hang out with you because you were a loser. And now that you're winning in life, now they want to hang out with you. And Power 4's like, no. You didn't support me when I was at the bottom. So why would I want to talk to you now that I'm at the top? Help it make sense. Power 4, I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for supporting me. And support me by subscribing. I mean, you don't have to. But it'd be nice if you've been watching all my videos. Anyway, comment below what you think. And I'm not talking to people who've already subscribed. I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm talking to people who've been watching my videos and have not subscribed, all right? Anyway, so comment below what you think. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And check out my other videos. See you guys later. Watch out for the next video that's going to pop up soon, okay? Bye.